All right, I'm here in beautiful Delta, BC, sitting with Rubicon CEO Jesse McConnell. Jesse, thank you for having me out.
Hey, pleasure to have you guys out here.
It's obviously an exciting time for you guys. I'm sure viewers can see the first harvest in the background. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about your high-level thoughts on the organic vertical. Obviously, you guys have positioned yourself within the organics, the super premium. How big do you see that being relative to the rest of the cannabis market?
Well, that's exactly what we're focused on is super premium organic. There's only a handful of producers who are focused on the super premium segment, and even less who are doing that organically. Yeah. So if we look at analogous industries, alcohol is where we like to start. About 32% of all sales go through the super premium vertical. Okay. Grocery is another good example where you walk down any aisle and you'll see the demand for organic groceries simply with your own eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would anticipate with the millennial shopper coming on, the move toward wellness, that the cannabis vertical will experience something similar to alcohol, between 25 and 35%.
Excellent. Organic. And I mean, yeah, that's a huge market. Like you said, there's not a lot of players in there, so you guys have positioned yourself pretty well. It's an exciting time. But let's get right into maybe the most exciting part, the harvest behind me, or behind us. And can you talk a little bit about the size of it, maybe some strains for those consumers who are really interested in, and you know, when will it hit the shelves? When can we go out and buy Rubicon organic cannabis?
Well, you're sitting in a 125,000 square foot facility, 20 acres of land here. Everything you see behind you is organic. Yeah. We expect to produce 11,000 kilos at our full capacity, which we're already in the process of getting to. So we'll be at our full run rate before the end of this year.
Yeah, and everything's licensed.
Whole facility's licensed. Yeah. Everything here is compliant. So this harvest, first commercial harvest, we're very excited about. We've already had an R&D harvest where we've been able to test a variety of cultivars and see what really works well. Yeah. So what you can see right now is an amazing cut of Blue Dream. Yeah. There's some other ones back there that I can't tell you about yet that we're excited to bring to the marketplace.
Got to build the suspense, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So you'll see that on the shelves in early November. Because we take our time here. We're going to slow cure it. We hang dry. We hang
quality comes first, right?
All that extra processes that go into really producing a super premium product costs a little bit more to do that, but the end result for the consumer is a superior product.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure you've mentioned this, but when do you expect to have the full 11,000 being harvested or up and running here at this facility?
So we'll be at that run rate by approximately the end of November. Okay. So we'll get into a consistent cycle. We'll see between 22 and 25 takedowns a year here. Right. Okay. We have 5 rooms the size of this. Yeah. They're all around 17,000 square feet. Yeah. And then we just really get on that rotation, and that's able to keep our dry rooms full all the time. Yeah. Harvest, fill up, repeat. Excellent.
And so obviously if you're running 11,000 next year, 2020, what do you guys see looking at for EBITDA? EBITDA positive by end of 2020, early 2020?
That's the question on everybody's minds is when are these cannabis companies going to deliver against their expectations? So what we're anticipating is quarter 2 to be EBITDA positive. Yeah. Maybe we beat that a little bit, but I think we're comfortable putting quarter 2 out there.
Excellent. Well, better to be conservative and not miss guidance, kind of see what happens. It doesn't go well for the industry, so conservative I think is appreciated across the board. Now looking even deeper down, sort of moving down the line there, what are you guys looking at for operating costs, production costs? Obviously you guys are indoor here, but from the conversations we've had, you guys are expecting it to be pretty low operating costs.
Yeah, I mean, one of the investment theses that we've always been working off is you can produce a super premium product by taking an organic approach and building a very high-tech hybridized greenhouse facility. Okay. Our experience at Whistler demonstrates that we know how to produce that organic product, but the cost base is significantly higher indoors, as I'm sure you and your viewers are aware. What we're looking at here is a cost base between 50 cents and $1 for our cultivation costs. Yeah. We've already achieved those numbers at our Washington facility, where our state licensed producer does all the production, and we provide oversight and soil and fertility, and they're tracking for 80 cents a gram down there. Excellent. So in a facility that we fully control, we expect to be somewhere between 50 cents and $1, closer to the 50 cents by the end of 2020.
Excellent. And so obviously you're about to put products out to retailers. What are you looking at price point? What are you expecting gross margin by effect?
Well, what we target across all of our SKUs, we'll have approximately 6 different brands in the marketplace. Okay. Some brands you recognize, other are wholesale private label. Sure. And so by taking that CPG approach of good, better, best, we'll get a blended price, our gross margin of approximately $5 gross margin. I can't reveal the actual prices that we're getting from the provincial boards, But as you know, the industry develops and matures, and we start seeing more saturation and some price compression, of course our COGS are going to come down along with that as we improve our own efficiency. So we're pretty confident with $5 gross margin per gram.
For sure, absolutely. I mean, I think anyone would be pretty happy with $5 for gross margin. And so how are you achieving that? What are some of the technological, you say, innovative technologies that you're using here? How are you guys actually going to be achieving those low production costs when all these other indoor facilities kind of have much, much higher?
Well, it's still a difficult metric for people to use because everybody puts different things into their actual cultivation costs. We'll be very transparent about that. But as you can see behind us, we use next generation LED lighting. We've got, we have a lot of experience in greenhouse production and high-tech greenhouse production. And one of the key elements for us is we build all of our own fertilizers, all of our own soils. So we've been sourcing that through raw materials all through British Columbia. We've been doing that for over 10 years. So it's using that experience and those supply chain management which really helps you drive down cost.
Excellent, that sounds great. And so maybe ending on a forward-looking note, what do you guys see as sort of expansion opportunities? I know you mentioned you have a lot of acreage here. You guys looking for another facility? You're looking outdoor?
I think what we've done here that's different than other producers is we didn't try to build the world's biggest greenhouse. We tried to focus on this right-sized greenhouse for the size of the addressable market and the amount of market share that we were extremely confident that we could capture. So this facility will produce virtually only flower, 11,000 kilos for the flower and pre-roll market, with a small portion going to very terpene-rich live resin pens. But on the rest of our acreage, I've got another 17 acres to plant out. We're already putting in the amendments for that, so you'll expect to see that in a license submission in the coming weeks for that.
Oh, excellent.
And that will produce somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 25,000 kilos, which will be all organic product destined for terpene-rich oils and high-grade extraction.
Legalization 2.0 stuff.
Legalization 2.0.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of good stuff on the horizon. I mean, especially the stuff that you can see behind us. Thank you very much for having us in today.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.